More suspects have been arrested in connection with this week's deadly shooting in Alexandra. 6 people died when gunmen went on a shooting spree. This evening, Johannesburg police have taken their weekly O Kae Molao operation to Alexandra. eNCA reporter Obile Madlala joins me now from Alex. Alex, when you were speaking to Gauteng Premier David Makhura a little bit earlier, he was saying that Operation O Kae Molao is a regular occurrence and that tonight is not merely a reaction to the shootings in Alex this weekend. But earlier in the week, we heard from Alex residents themselves saying that in the main, there's very few police officers visible in the township to help them when they need them. There are very few police vehicles to do police work. What is the community reaction to this evening's Operation O Kae Molao?
Well, from the morning when we were speaking to some of the communities, it was very clear, Anli, that they would like to see more of the police doing the work as what you see here. But what the community was clear about also is that they are willing to work with the police to ensure that the suspects in the shooting, as well as in any other area in the community, that they are behind bars. But what they've also been clear about is that they feel that at this point that the police are not doing their work, and so they want more visibility and they want more accountability. So the person that is here also, Ali, is Provincial Commissioner Elias Mawela, and he's joining, of course, a number of officials that have come out to assist. And Provincial Commissioner, I want to bring you in here. We hear that there are more people that have been arrested with regards to the Alexandra shooting.
Yeah. Let me say, you remember during the day the minister have announced those whom we are directly linked to the shooting. He have announced it yesterday, the 7 in the car. But thereafter, there was an ongoing operation because of, we felt that we need to continue to stamp the authority of the state, identifying those problematic people in the community, based on the information which we were receiving from the communities. Out of that, we have managed to arrest additional people who are problematic in this area. Additional people. And we have managed to recover additional 3 firearms, and then additional 13 people arrested for other offenses, including possession of those 3 firearms, including possession of drugs, stolen properties, the cell phones, and so forth. So we've arrested additional people who committed other crimes not directly linked to the murder, per se. Yes, that's what we did. But also with this operation, we've started with the bank. Already 4 drunken driving people arrested. We have arrested 8 undocumented persons. So clearly our operation in Alexandra is beginning to give us the desired results.
And I mean, we understand that you're not just looking for the fitness of the driver, you're also looking at the illegal firearms. What exactly are you hoping to get?
Yes, firearms, it's a problem here. Because when we analyze their crime situation here, high levels of street robberies and dangerous weapons like knives, like firearms are being used. So clearly, if we want to save the lives of the people in Alexandra, we need to be strong in terms of removing illegal firearms and dangerous weapons from the wrong hands. So that is our focus for tonight. But again, we've also seen that there is a high level of substance abuse. Total 352 liquor outlets here. People, they're just drinking in the streets. Even young people are drinking in the street. You see them walking around the street with the bottle of beer and so forth. These are some of the things which we are going to focus on in tonight's operation. We do have different teams. Here at the roadblock is just one phase of the operation. But we have a team which is focusing on compliance for the liquor outlet. We have a team which is also focusing on other hotspot areas, whereby we know that, there is other routes here in Alexandra whereby the vegetation have outgrown and the people have no choice. They must walk in that line for them either to go home or to go other side. So we know that the people, they are waiting for them to rob them. So we have also having some teams who are monitoring those areas.
Is it helping to work with the community? I mean, we see the CPF is also joining you today.
Yes, it's very key that we work with the CPF, and the CPF here in Alexandra is very much supportive, and we appreciate that. The councillors here in this community, they are very much supportive and also on board. Even during my briefing, I had one of the councillors who was part of my briefing and committing himself to say that, some of the challenges which were raised by the station commander, they are going to take it to the council so that they support the police station. The CPF, the patrollers, they will remain our force multiplier, and will depend on them to be our eyes and ears.
I mean, we heard from the Premier Provincial Commissioner. He's saying that there's more deployments that have been put in Gauteng as well as in Alexandra. What are the numbers looking like in terms of the boots on the ground?
Yeah, as we all know, the threats are escalating in Gauteng. We are all aware of all these voice messages which are all over, will shut down this, will stop this, will do all these other things. So we can't take those things lightly. So based on that, we discussed with the National Commissioner to say, here, I need some additional support so that I can cover all areas. Mine is not just to police those who are protesting and forget about the crime elements in this province, because crime is a problem here, no doubt about it, and violence crime. So I need to spread the boots across the province so that we deal with all the threats which have been identified in this province. So National Commissioner have given me additional 2 warm bodies with their resources, physical resources, to can come and assist me. So we'll deploy them according to our crime pattern analysis. But here in Alexandra, it doesn't mean that we started to deploy now that there was these things. It has forever, Alexandra, been on my radar because of it's a national gender-based violence station, priority station. It is also on the national top 30 stations, priority stations which are contributing more crime volumes. It is also within my top 40 police stations which are contributing a lot of crime here in this province. So we've been monitoring the developments of Alexandra and deploy accordingly. We had some task teams which we have already deployed in Alexandra. Even before these things, they were working on this or on this area. And I've seen, when I was monitoring their crime situation, it began to show a positive a decline of the crime situation here, showing that all the interventions we have put in place, they are giving us the positive result. But time is not on our side. We need to do more. Hence, you see now we came in numbers today just to assert the authority of the state and also the Kalmele Lenyatso.
And Premier, is there anything that has come up yet in the Soweto Tavern killings? Is there any update in there?
Yes, the Soweto one, my detectives, they are hard at work. Information is coming left, right and center. And even those people whom we are looking for, they know because of the street which they've walked, we are just behind them. The bed where they've slept a day before, they know that we have also visited those beds of the years. The transport, the taxis which they are taking, the places where they are eating, they know that we have visited those places. They know that we are hot on their heels. They know that. It's just a matter of time that we catch up with them.
But how long will that take?
No, I'm not sure how long it will take, but definitely it's going to happen.
Thank you very much, Provincial Commissioner Elias Mawela there, speaking to us, Anli, about what is happening. But I think what he's saying now is that breakthrough is very important, but it didn't just come by itself. He's saying that the community has worked together. Of course, we heard from Amster that they were working together as a taxi association as well as with the police. But with the CPF that is also available that we have seen here, it's pretty clear that the community of Alexandra is not taking things lightly, and they just want to irrigate to get rid of the crime in the community as much as the police are also working.
Thank you so much. eNCA reporter Kobile Matlana coming to us from Alexandra, where Operation O Kae Molao is taking place this evening.